Welcome, friends, to another insightful session about the world of woodworking. Today, we're embarking on a journey that takes us beyond the sawdust and chisels to a conversation that's often overlooked but crucial to every woodworker: insurance. We'll be exploring the nuts and bolts of protecting your workshop, your investments, and ultimately your passion. From understanding the significance of coverage to different types of insurance policies, we're covering it all. So, stick around and let's dive into the importance of insurance in woodworking. We all know that woodworking comes with its fair share of risks, right? Now, imagine this. You're humming along, creating a masterpiece, when suddenly a misstep sends a tool flying, damaging equipment, or worse, causing an injury. Without proper insurance, you're left to shoulder the cost of repairs or medical bills. Not the most pleasant thought, is it? Insurance is not just a piece of paper, it's a safety net for your workshop and your livelihood. Picture it as a superhero, swooping in to save the day when disaster strikes. Whether it's a fire, a flood, or a freak accident, insurance is there to take the hit so you don't have to. Now, I know what you're thinking, but I'm careful. I won't have an accident. Well, even the most seasoned woodworkers can have an off day. And it's not just about accidents. Theft or damage from natural disasters are also real threats. Remember, when it comes to woodworking, it's always better to be safe than sorry. Think of insurance as your silent business partner. It won't help you sand down a piece of oak or choose the perfect stain, but it will be there to pick up the pieces if things go south. It's like having a big burly bouncer at your workshop door, ready to tackle any problems that dare to enter. But don't just take my word for it. Consider the story of a woodworker friend of mine. He was working late one night when a pipe burst, flooding his entire workshop. His tools, equipment, even some completed projects were ruined. But because he had the right insurance, he was able to recover and get back to doing what he loves without skipping a beat. Investing in insurance is investing in peace of mind. It's knowing that whatever happens, you've got a backup plan. It's not about expecting the worst, but being prepared for it. Because in the world of woodworking, the only thing certain is the unexpected. As you can see, a minor mishap can lead to major financial stress if you're not adequately insured. Now that we've covered why insurance is crucial, let's explore the types of coverage available for woodworkers. First up, we have property insurance. This is a must-have for any woodworker. It covers your workshop, equipment, and inventory from damage caused by events such as fire, theft, or natural disasters. Can you imagine losing all your handcrafted inventory to a fire or a flood? Or what about your top-of-the-line woodworking machinery? Property insurance helps ensure that if disaster strikes, you can bounce back without breaking the bank. Next up is liability insurance. This type of coverage protects you if someone gets injured on your property or if your products cause harm. Let's say a customer trips over a piece of lumber in your shop and breaks a leg, or a piece of furniture you've made collapses, causing injury. Liability insurance steps in to cover the medical expenses and any legal costs that might arise from such incidents. So think about it. Could your business survive a hefty lawsuit without this coverage? Another critical type of coverage for woodworkers is business interruption insurance. This insurance kicks in when your business is unable to operate due to circumstances beyond your control. Imagine a severe storm damages your workshop and you're forced to close down for repairs. Business interruption insurance can help cover lost income and additional expenses during this period. It's like a safety net keeping your business afloat while you get back on your feet. Now, to add a cherry on top, there's also equipment breakdown insurance. This coverage is particularly relevant for woodworkers who rely heavily on their tools and machinery. It covers the repair or replacement costs if your equipment breaks down. So if your beloved table saw or bandsaw gives up that ghost, this insurance has your back. Finally, we have workers' compensation insurance. If you have employees, this one is non-negotiable. It covers medical costs and lost wages if an employee is injured on the job. It also protects you from potential lawsuits by injured employees. Can you afford to pay out of pocket if one of your employees gets injured? So there you have it. A quick rundown of the various types of insurance coverage that every woodworker should consider. It's not just about protecting your assets, but also about ensuring the longevity and sustainability of your business. Remember, it's not about expecting the worst, but about being prepared for it. Because as woodworkers, we know that it's not just about crafting beautiful pieces of furniture, but also about building a sturdy foundation for our livelihood. Now, ask yourself, are you currently covered for all these eventualities? If not, it might be time to have a chat with your insurance agent. It's essential to understand your insurance needs and ensure you're covered for every eventuality. Insurance is key, but what's even better is preventing accidents in the first place. Let's talk about risk assessment and safety measures. Now, imagine you're a detective, a woodworking detective, if you will. Your mission is to spot and eliminate potential hazards before they become real problems. This process is what we call risk assessment. It's like having a sixth sense for danger, but without the ghost whispering part. Risk assessment starts with a thorough inspection of your workshop. Look for things that could potentially cause harm. This could be anything from a loose floorboard to a faulty power tool. And remember, no detail is too small when it comes to safety. Even a misplaced nail can lead to a disaster if not taken care of. Once you've identified the risks, it's time to take action. This is where safety measures come into play. Implementing safety measures is like putting on your suit of armor. It's your first line of defense against the many perils of woodworking. Let's start with the basics. Keep your workspace clean and organized. A clutter-free workshop is not just pleasing to the eye, but it's also safer. You're less likely to trip over something or accidentally knock over a can of wood stain if everything is in its rightful place. Next, let's talk about personal protective equipment, or PPE. Always wear safety glasses to protect your eyes from flying debris. Remember, your eyes can't be replaced, unlike a misplaced tape measure. Use ear protection when using loud power tools. Your future self will thank you when you're still able to hear the sweet sound of a perfectly cut piece of wood. And of course, always remember to turn off and unplug your tools when not in use. It's a simple step, but it can save you from a world of trouble. It's like turning off the stove after cooking, except in this case, you're preventing a possible workshop fire instead of a burnt dinner. But what about the bigger, more complex tools? Well, every piece of machinery should come with an instruction manual. Before using a new tool, take the time to read this manual, understand how it works, its safety features, and how to properly maintain it. It's like getting to know a new friend, except this friend can potentially take off a finger if not treated with respect. Finally, always have a first aid kit handy. Accidents can still happen no matter how careful you are. A well-stocked first aid kit can make a big difference in an emergency. It's like having a guardian angel in a box, ready to help you out when you need it the most. Remember safety first, because you can't insure against regret. So, we've covered quite a bit today, haven't we? We delved into the world of woodworking insurance, underlining its importance and the peace of mind it brings. Remember that a well-insured workshop is like a safety net, always there to catch you in case of mishaps or accidents. It's not just about protecting your tools and investments, but also about creating an environment where creativity thrives without the shadow of financial risk looming overhead. We navigated through the labyrinth of insurance coverage types, from property to liability, and even business interruption insurance. It's crucial to understand these different policies, and more importantly, to assess which ones suit your specific needs. It's like picking the right tool for the job. Each policy has its role, and together they form a complete safety kit for your workshop. And let's not forget our deep dive into risk assessment and safety measures. We shared some practical tips for making your workshop a safer place. Remember, a safe workshop is not just about reducing insurance costs, it's about ensuring that you can continue to craft your masterpieces without worry. Now, we'd love to hear from you. Share your experiences, tips, or even your stories about woodworking insurance and safety measures. Your wisdom could be the missing puzzle piece for someone else in our woodworking community. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more woodworking content. Until next time, stay safe and keep crafting beautiful creations.